I always knew like the life I wanted. So did I think it was gonna be this hard? No.
Of course not.
Like I never had that dream of being a doctor, being a lawyer. And sometimes I ask God, like, why didn't you just send me to the hospital? I'd be a nurse, go to nursing school, just had an easy life sometimes. But I think this life, it was meant. I was chosen for it. I wore this jacket because it's the jacket that put me back out there, and 2 years in, and I made over 200,000. So we back. And I had when I bought this jacket, my bank account probably was almost negative.
Yeah.
But it's taking that chance and being able to keep going.
What's going on, everybody? This is Calvin with the Stab Lab Network. I am happy to be back. We have a very special guest today. We got to give it up for Marielle. How you doing? You all right?
I'm doing well. I'm doing really well.
So she came down here today, y'all, and she said she has some real positive energy. And I told her that we really need this type of energy flowing amongst us. And I'm appreciative of you bringing that to the Stab Lab today. And thank you for coming and spending time with me.
You're welcome.
So just give us a little rundown of who you are, what you got going on. And,
my name is Marielle. I go by Prettymarielle on Instagram. I have a business called The Fashion Bar. I've been in business for 8 years. I started off selling shoes. I made my way to selling jackets. Now that's what I do full time. And it's just been a journey.
Okay.
It's been a journey.
How long you been doing it?
I've been doing it for 8 years. I've been selling jackets for the last 2 or 3 years.
Okay. So what was you doing first?
Selling shoes.
Selling shoes. Okay.
Yes.
So how was that transition?
The shoes, it just wasn't doing it for me. Like the money wise.
Okay.
So I was selling a lot of shoes, but I'm like, okay, just the way you buy shoes, like you buy them by the pack. So it comes in a pack of 6 to like 11. And you might get 2 6s, 2 9s, 2 10s, like when you buy them wholesale. So when I was doing that, I found out that a lot of girls wear the same size shoe. So now I'm stuck with sizes, like the smaller sizes, or a lot of the girls, everybody wear a 10. Yeah. They put 1 10 in the pack. So I'm stuck with sizes. So I'm like, I got to maneuver. I want to do something different. And I've always been into like fashion.
Okay.
So I just incorporated clothes over time. I kind of stopped for a minute, had a transition kind of going on in my life. So I always wanted to sell jackets. And one time when I was still selling shoes, I had like a pair of shoes that I sold with a jacket. So I just one day woke up like, let's just try something different. So that's kind of how the transition happened.
Okay. And so you said, forget about the shoes 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Sometimes we got to transition, y'all, and that's what life is about. Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold, y'all. I don't know what's going on right now, but stay healthy. But sometimes in life, we have to transition, and we have to be okay with transitioning.
Right.
And a lot of us be stuck with our old self, and we don't know how to transition into our new self.
Right.
And that can hinder our blessing too. You get what I'm saying? For what God has for us on the other side.
Right.
So I'm glad that you found that transition.
Yeah.
Was that hard transitioning for you?
No, because I'm a person that know how to pivot. Like I don't sit still. Like I have my days, but you just got to get up and try something different.
Yeah.
So I'm that person. I'm willing to try something different.
Okay.
Even if it doesn't work out or things don't go as planned, I'm the person that's going to try.
Okay. Nice. But before we get into it, y'all, I know that we didn't get into the meat and potatoes already.
Right.
Make sure you stop, subscribe, and like and follow and all that good stuff to the Stab Lab Network at gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the social media sites. But I am Calvin, if y'all didn't know. And today we just going to get into the, meat and potatoes of the fashion industry. I see a lot of pivoting in the fashion industry, especially coming from the pandemic and the brick and mortar, and then everybody doing e-commerce. Is that what it's called? E-commerce, and then they doing shipping. And I've been seeing you really like sticking to it. And you said you changed your life for the next 90 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So give me a little journey on how that's going and what you come about, like how you want to change your life with that.
It's just getting out of my comfort zone. I feel like sometimes doing things online, right? Posting, you're trying to still find your way. it's hard to not always, sometimes it's hard. We judge ourselves too much, right?
Yeah.
So I just said, I'm going to give myself 90 days of just posting every day consistently. So it's kind of hard, already. You have all these ideas.
Yeah.
You wake up one day, some days you don't feel like it. But I just told myself, like, you know what? I'm going to post 90 days and see the outcome, see how many followers I can get. Does it change my revenue?
Yeah.
How many people are interested in just what I do? And even this came from about me posting, right?
It did.
So different opportunities.
Working, for sure.
Right? So it's just staying open.
Okay.
Just staying open to whatever God got for me.
Okay.
Because I think sometimes we can only see things one way or the way we want it to be. And like we were saying earlier, talking about pivoting, sometimes your money or your blessing is somewhere else.
Yeah.
But our minds just be stuck on this one thing.
Yeah.
So it's just about being open.
Okay. So how has that been coming for you? Over what day you on now?
I'm on I think I'm on 21.
Okay.
Tomorrow will be 21.
So have you seen any changes from that? From you posting? Okay.
I have.
Okay.
I've been growing a lot. I launched the ebook, so that's been going well.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I just been getting a lot of awareness.
Okay.
Of that's what I really wanted to build more with.
Okay. Did something inside of you say, okay, I want to do this. I want to change my life, like, for the next 90 days? Was it, you, like you said, you was in your comfort zone? Was you just used to, the results that you was getting? Did you say, like, okay, I got to change something up?
It was just getting out of my comfort zone and wanting to start another business.
Okay.
Like launching the ebook was something like different. It's something that I've been wanting to do for the last few years, and I never really did it. So I feel like talking about that every day and just posting and just bringing that awareness to me, it could bring just new things.
Yeah.
So I just woke up one day like, I'm doing it.
Okay. Shout out to you, because that's not easy. Doing content every day.
Not.
Oh, my God. I'm giving you your flowers today because, man, what?
I came up with a strategy, though. So I kind of got like a content strategy of things that I want to post and talk about every day.
Okay.
Now that I've been doing it for like 3 weeks, I'm really like, okay, now it's time to sit down and do those days where I can make 3-4 videos in one day.
How do it feel being the owner, the CEO, the content creator, the financial manager, the everything in one?
It's a lot.
Because people think that, okay, I want to start a business, right? And I'm just going to start a business and it's just going to flourish and I'm going to make all this money and I can sit back and, have passive income coming in until they get into the business.
Right.
Now you have to do every single thing on your own, especially when you starting.
Yeah.
When you first started, did you see yourself in this position?
Yes.
You did?
I always see myself in this position.
Okay.
Yeah. I always knew like the life I wanted. So did I think it was going to be this hard? No.
Of course not.
But I always knew like this is what I wanted to do. I have a degree in business management.
Okay.
So I always knew like I want to be an entrepreneur. Like I never had that dream of being a doctor, being a lawyer. And sometimes I ask God like, why didn't you just send me to the hospital? I'd be a nurse, go to nursing school, just had an easy life sometimes. But I think this life, it was meant. I was chosen for it.
Okay. You know what's crazy, though? Would that have even been an easier life, though?
I guess sometimes you just look at it as just having that income, that stability,
That's what it be,
okay, I wake up, I go to work. I don't have to post online, I just live in my own private life and doing what I'm doing. That's when I say going the easier route, going that route.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Well, I just recently left my 9 to 5.
Okay.
And I did that for maybe 6.5 years. And it was like, it was stable, but waking up, following your own dream, doing your own thing and watching your hard work for you was a different feeling than a 9 to 5. Yeah. But it is some people have to understand that it's people for a 9 to 5, and then it's entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You can be both,
Right.
but everybody not made to be entrepreneurs. Everybody not made to be 9 to 5ers. And it's okay. Like, you don't have to be, you know, society or social media portray this thing that you have to be an entrepreneur to be successful.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an entrepreneur because it gets rough, y'all. I'm telling you, I had one of the roughest days ever today, but I still made it happen. I still had to get up. I still had to make some things work, you know what I'm saying, out of my, you know, out of some crazy stuff happened. I still had to make it work. You get what I'm saying? But I still got to keep going. Show up. Yeah, I still got to show up and still be the content manager, stuff like that. So what was one of the biggest breaks for you that you was like, oh yeah, this for me?
It's just the power of social media. You just see so much. It has the negative side and it has the positive, but just seeing how much money people can make online, just seeing the impact. Yeah. And then when you put yourself out there and just, you know, different people from all around the world just following you. I shipped a jacket to Paris this year. And it's okay. Wow. Look at you. Yeah. Like, you know, like, damn. Wow. Right. Like, that's just amazing. Yeah. So I think I was always just amazed by that. Okay. And I always just wanted to be like that girl, the woman that got money. Okay. Never the woman that's just really solely dependent on the man. So just seeing all these women online that's really doing it, like, that was motivation for me.
Do you have anybody that you are inspired by that have like a fashion boutique or somebody who's high in fashion?
Marielle.
Okay. Shout out to Marielle.
Ooh. Her story is crazy. I think she's been in the game 16 years, but over the last 6 years, she's made $100 million.
Shout out to Marielle.
So,
and she from Detroit, y'all.
Yeah.
So they know.
So that's motivation of just staying in it.
Yeah.
You know, because what if she would have gave up at year 10, and that was her breakthrough. Yeah.
Was there ever a breakthrough point for you? Like, okay, I'm about to give up on this stuff. Like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I gave up a few times. Like you talked about the 9 to 5. I had a 9 to 5. I worked at Chrysler for 8 years. I left Chrysler, you know, took out my 401k. I just thought it was going to work from there. I was going to hit that $1 million mark. And I hit rock bottom, and that was just, it was hard.
Afterwards? After the Chrysler?
After.
Okay.
I had to, it's like, I lost everything after that. And I had to get another job. So, but I'm back.
Yeah. So what made you keep going through the midst of adversity of all of that?
Because every time I found myself stopping, it's like a feeling like, or something inside of me that it like ate at me every day. Like, it's still in the back of my mind, no matter how many times I try to, like, okay, this just ain't for you. Just try something different. Let's do something different. Right. I always found myself back.
I think that being an entrepreneur, you gonna fall back. Okay. Like, I don't know nobody, don't mistake me, y'all, but I don't know nobody who just kept going up and up and up and up and up without falling down. Right. Because I started a car lot about 20 years ago and lost everything and had to go back to work. Okay. So it's crazy how entrepreneurs have this similar story. And that's why I do this for entrepreneurs, so they can know, like, you might fall, y'all. But it's okay to keep going. Like, you might get down to the lowest point of your entrepreneur journey, but it's okay to be like, okay, I'm about to go get a little 9 to 5 to keep going. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get back up. I'm going to keep going. And you might come back harder because now you come back wiser. You come back smarter. You come back with more intuition. You come back with more values, morals. I honestly like that I fell down. Do that make sense a little bit?
Yes, I totally understand what you're saying. Like, I feel like I had to go through that. Right. Like, because I got more involved into church. And it really gave me that faith that I needed that I didn't have before in myself. Like, when you got that faith, you got that confidence. So it's different. Yeah. So I feel like I had to go through that period to gain my faith and my confidence in what I'm doing. Like, no, you really know what you're doing for real. Yeah. So.
How was your spiritual journey through that time? Like, what, did you just find God through that time, or was it like you was, you know?
Well, I always believed in God. Yeah. But I didn't grow up going to church. So just being able to choose that path as an adult.
Right.
So one day, my mother had went to church with my older cousin, and she invited me. And I had got a job at Nordstrom at the time. This was about almost 3 years ago. I had got a job at Nordstrom. I'm driving my brother's car. I didn't even have a car. I lost like everything. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to church. She invited me. And from that point on, I just kept going every Sunday before work. I go to church, and I started telling them like, hey, I don't think I want to work on Sundays. I want to go to church. So that really changed a lot for me.
Okay. We really don't even supposed to work on Sundays anyway, because it's the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to give God his glory anyway. Okay. But I'm glad that happened to you, because it changed your perspective on not only business, but your life in general, and then connected with God. And they say God will bring you down to your knees so you can come out of him. Yeah, for sure. Because you want to keep doing it on your own, go ahead then. I'm going to let you do your thing. Was there a viral moment that boosted your brand that like went all across social media?
Yes. I had a few viral moments, but the one recently, I did one in a car with my jackets. I had about 7 or 8 different jackets, and I just like transitioned the jackets in and out driving in the car. And
I seen it. I did like that one.
it got a lot of attention. It brought a lot of attention. And I'm just like, wow.
Okay. So question, would you rather look rich or rather be rich and look kind of like you don't really care what you put on?
That's a hard one. Okay. I'm at the point right now where you got to make the money and not worry about how you look.
Right.
The money, when you make the money, that's when you care about how you look.
Right.
Right now, we trying to make the money.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to spend too much money and go out my way to look a certain way right now, because I'm trying to make the money. Mm-hmm. So maybe me 4 years ago, I would have cared about how I look or put all the money into them. But right now, I'm more focused on building a brand. So I'm going to look good at anything regardless. Right now, we focus on making the money.
So why I asked you that, because a lot of people, they say when they don't have the money, they want to look like money so they can feel like money, if that makes sense. That. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a catch-22. Right. Because it's like, if you don't have the money, you don't want to look. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have it. So it's like, damn, what do you do for real? But like you said, don't spend all your money, because you can go to some nice places with some nice prices and put yourself together. Yeah. So until you get to that point in life where you can, spend a couple more dollars on and look a little better. Mm-hmm. So that's why I asked you that, because I feel like a lot of people today just almost caring too much about what they putting on and not enough in their pocket.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Do you feel, as a woman in the fashion industry, that you kind of give women that so they can have that image?
That's hard, because with me, I might feel like, okay, today I don't really look like that, but somebody can see you and they got a different perspective. Yeah. Like I could have on something that's $20 and no matter what you have on, some people might look at me and have that perception like she got money, she always look good. So I think it's just how people look at you as a person, right? And how you carry yourself. Because some people are just going to look at you like, no matter what you got going on, or even when I was going through my hard times, people be like, dang, I didn't know you was going through that. Yeah. So
that's how you carried yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a hard one.
Okay. One of the most interesting things I find out about business, they say if you want to know who your friends are, open up a business. And you're going to see how much support you thought you had, especially opening something up from the ground up. You get a lot of people who are discouraging. You get a lot of people who will be like, oh, you think this going to work? It's going to fail, because they don't see it in yourself. Right. Did you see that going through your journey of entrepreneurship in the fashion industry? Did you lose friends and family and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay.
But now the people I have around me are solid. Like all my friends own a jacket. And And my jackets are a little more on the pricey side. Like most of my stuff is started at like $300. Most of my friends, just for them to just invest and spend that money and not ask for a discount, like every single one. And I don't have a big friend group.
Yeah.
So for all my friends to say like every birthday I'm buying a jacket, or, you know, tax time, profit sharing, I'm making sure I buy that jacket from you, you know. That means a lot. So,
but I feel like that's important to have that friend group around you too, because if you have the wrong friend group around you, they'll throw you off of your dream.
They will.
And you'll be thinking like, oh, this is not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, this is something that I thought that would work, but it really not.
And relationships.
Yeah. So give me something about running a boutique that nobody talks about on social media.
Nobody talks about how you don't need inventory on hand to make money. And that's what I created my ebook on.
Oh, okay. So explain to me what the ebook, don't get too deep into it, but y'all go check out the ebook. Is it available now?
Yes, it's available now for $37.99, but the price will go up in 2 days.
Okay. So explain to me just a little bit about what the ebook is about.
It's about the pre-order method, basically how you can order a sample item and market that item and not have the inventory on hand and still sell and make money. Okay.
So is that kind of like e-commerce?
Well, e-commerce is anything that you sell, any product that you sell online. That's what really e-commerce is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So e-commerce is just selling anything online, from products, digital products. You run an e-commerce business because you're doing it. The transaction is online.
So what's the difference between having that and the brick and mortar? Like, did you see
in store? Brick and mortar is in store. I have a warehouse space, but I don't consider it as a brick and mortar because I like to do all my things online only. Okay. So my space I kind of use for like content, warehouse, office space. Okay. I haven't opened up as a brick and mortar store yet.
Do you see yourself open up a brick and mortar?
No. What? I don't have the desire to.
What? Tell me about that.
You see a lot of businesses going out, you know, just the overhead, having to hire more employees, somebody to run the store, have to be at the store every day. I feel like I can reach more people online. You know, online is where the money at, and that's kind of what I like to do. I am thinking about like doing like pop-up shops like once a month to let people come in. Honestly, a lot of my clientele is not in Detroit. I think I get more support. Like I was just looking at my numbers the other day. Like I shipped a lot of jackets to Philly, like the DMV area, you know, Chicago. So,
do you feel a certain type of way that a lot of clients not from Detroit?
No, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people here like to support you, and everybody already supports you. That makes sense. I do have a lot of. I wouldn't say I don't have clientele here, but I have a bigger. Just being online, that online space, you could ship to so many different places. So
a lot of people would get in their feelings about that though, because you are from Detroit and you feel like, you know, people supposed to support you because you're from Detroit.
I feel like it's coming over time. Like I just had Cash Doll wearing one of my jackets.
Oh, shout out to you.
Yep. So I feel like that brought a lot of people from the city. I had Jasmine Renee. She wore one of my jackets. She wore the jacket that I'm wearing. Okay. So I feel like the people here, they support over time. There's so many girls that have boutiques here. Yeah. Too. So
that's what I was going to ask you next. How do you separate yourself from that though?
Just selling jackets. Now, just having that experience of you don't have to sell everything. So spending all your money on inventory or selling all the trendy things. When you stay on the one thing and people know you for that one thing, it's easier to separate yourself from everybody else.
So you almost have like a niche or niche or however you say it. Yeah. But I'm so glad you said that because a lot of people get caught up on, I need to sell everything. Yep. I need to sell shoes, boots, clothes, hats, purses, everything. And then they get kind of not watered down, but they lose their value and their self. But what you did, you stuck with the coats. Yeah. And like you said, you was doing the shoes first,
Yeah.
and then you pivoted to the coats.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's why you are so successful and will be even more successful because you going hard at what you believe in and what you have. You get what I'm saying? And it's crazy. You can kind of intertwine that with how God showed you your vision. And I heard something earlier. This guy said, you are so tired from running around, from not doing what God told you to do. And I was like, oh my God.
That's a good one.
That's amazing because we be doing everything else. God, like, I didn't tell you to do that. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Like
So-
you did that on your own.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? So I'm just sitting here and wait till you come back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So is there a personal style or I would say a personal aesthetic that your boutique has?
I won't say it's a personal like style or aesthetic. I feel like my jackets give the girls that extra like confidence, like that extra boost, like statement pieces. Everything I sell is like more a statement. So it's gonna make you turn around like, dang, where you get that from? You see that jacket?
Yeah.
So it helps elevate the like everyday wardrobe. No matter what you have on, you put on a statement jacket and it's just gonna take it to the next level.
Okay. So as far as like the summertime, do you kind of transition a little bit with that too?
So actually, I've been sitting with myself about that. Like, you have to know the season in your business, right? So my business does well from August to March. So I'm going to use this time to really take my time and see what do I need to do for the next season when it's my time again. How can I double, triple what I already did? Look at my analytics, look at my numbers, look at what I did right, what I did wrong, what I could have did different. So I'm using this time to plan and be better. I'm not trying to, like I said, like sometimes we might look at it like downtime, but no, this is my time to prepare.
Yeah.
So I'm not really going to focus too much on spring and summer, but I do have a lot of new things that I'm looking into doing. So
Okay.
Stay
I like that
tuned
though.
for that.
Yeah, I like that. You don't have to overwork yourself
Yeah.
though. You know, be worrying about the next thing and what you need to do and what
Yeah.
you need to accomplish. Sometimes you need to sit back and just reset and just, you know, like I said, like you said, go over the analytics about what you could have did better. I feel like those are ways to have a successful business. Are you doing this all by yourself or you got a team?
well, I have a mentor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. How important is a mentor to you in this space?
Very important.
Okay.
Very important. It's just that one thing, learning that one thing can take your business from 10,000 to 50,000 just from doing the one thing that somebody else told you that's already in the space.
Yeah.
So you should invest. I'm a person that what I'm trying to say, you should invest.
Okay.
I'm a person that believes in investing in yourself.
Okay. I think that's what it is though. A lot of people be like, oh, he a coach and they trying to sell me this book or their course or their plan or whatever.
Right.
But why wouldn't you pay somebody who has the knowledge of where you trying to get?
Yeah, it's about having discernment too.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
You know, like my coach, she really liked that.
Yeah.
She got the numbers to prove it. Like she'll show you a screenshot in a minute, or she got the community like explaining stuff. She on YouTube and you know, you can go watch free videos. So
Okay. All right. Well, shout out to your coach, man.
yeah, shout out to Jance.
All right. Shout out to Jans. What's the hardest part of being the face in a brand, the face of the brand and being the person behind it too? Like I know, like we said, doing the content, doing the financial stuff. And for me, I don't like putting my face on my business.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's when people want the discount because they know who you are. Do you kind of get that?
In my business, when I try to use other people, I make sales, but I make more sales when I wear it and when I advertise it.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So it's hard to step back. Like I didn't try multiple times. Even when now just using influencers and having different people wear my stuff, it's like, okay, they wear it. You get those girls that's just looking for a discount anyway, or just want something for free.
Do you find it hard finding influencers and stuff like that to wear your stuff?
No, because girls like to go out.
Yeah.
They like to put on clothes. So I just find girls that always go out and take pictures. Like I don't like when people try to get something for free and they don't even take pictures. Like, it's different if you're out every weekend. Like, I'm looking for the girl that's always out, always dressed. You see her, she out. I can give you a jacket for free, you know, promotion.
Especially the people who you know gonna look good in it. Like, wear it. Take pictures in it. You know what I'm saying? Have fun in it.
Yeah.
Do you think that how a woman dresses, how she should be respected? Or not, how can I rephrase that? Yeah, it's like, if she dressed in this type of provocative way, she should be respected in a provocative way. Or she should be respected regardless of how she dressed or what she puts on. Because I feel like that coat stands out to me like a boss.
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like if you dress that way, I would treat you that way.
Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I feel like sometimes we have to, and I don't know if it comes with age too, right? Like, you have to understand, like, and where you going. Like, okay, you can't wear that in every situation, or like you said, what are you trying to give off? Are you selling it? Yeah. Look like you're selling it. Yeah. Right? And if you don't want to look like you're selling it, you got to cover it up a little bit. Yeah. And it still be tasteful. Yeah. So it's just knowing, like, okay, this how I want people to look at me, right? So I know I can't really dress like that, or I got to cover it up just a little bit. It can still be sexy. Yeah. You know? You got to give off. It's the line. You got to draw that line.
You got to give off sexy and respectful. If that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, like
still be tasteful. Like, yeah.
Still be tasteful with it, y'all. Yeah. Like, you ain't gotta be too over the top with it. Like, then y'all be mad. That's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna say that. But before we get out of here, what are you looking forward to in 2026? Like, what are you trying to show social media and yourself?
I'm just looking forward to that next level. Okay. That next level, but taking my time to get there, knowing it's not a rush, you know. And whatever's meant for me is meant for me, but I already know it's meant, and I don't know when it's going to come. It might come this year, it might come next year. You know, it might come tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm just ready. I just know I'm ready. I put in the time in. Whenever it comes, I'm going to be ready for it.
It's here.
You just got to take that chance. You got to bet on yourself, and you got to have faith. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy, and you got to watch what you say to yourself, because sometimes it's not the outside influence. You might think people are looking at you a certain way, but it's really how you look at yourself. So I say just take that time, self-reflect, stay positive, be mindful of what you say, you know. Yeah. It's power in the tongue. So just stay positive and keep going and take chances. Yeah. Take chances. When I bought this jacket, I probably had, my bank account was low. I wore this jacket because it's the jacket that put me back out there, and 2 years in, and I made over $200,000. So we back. And I had when I bought this jacket, my bank account probably was almost negative. Yeah. But it's taking that chance and being able to keep going.
I'm glad that you kept going in those times, because as an entrepreneur, people think that you got to have this certain amount of money in the bank to start with. And I see you post that. Yeah. And you don't have to have $1 million to start, y'all. Just start the business. Right. You will go down to your last penny. I'm telling y'all that. This shit will get negative.
Borrow some too.
Borrow it, whatever you got to do. But invest in yourself if you believe in yourself, y'all. And she is a amazing example of you can be successful even if you go through hard times, even if you got to stop and get a job. You still got to believe in yourself and just keep going and stay 10 toes down. But we really, really appreciate you for stopping by. Where can they follow you at?
Thank you. Follow me on Instagram at Prettymarielle. My business page name on Instagram is _fashion bar. Okay. All right. And of course, you can follow me at the Stab Lab Network on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff. I really, really, really appreciate you. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Much success to you. And make sure y'all go grab one of these coats, man. This coat is fire, bro. I wouldn't listen here. This coat is fire. I got multiple colors. Multiple colors.
And she shipped, y'all. So make sure you stay tuned to the next episode.
installments.
Okay. Do you do Klarna and all that too?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, look, do y'all thing.
My favorite customers. Go ahead.
Well, we thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you again, y'all. Stay tuned to the next episode of Stab Lab Podcast.